Hey, yo, welcome to the LouieTeeNetwork exclusive kickback session finale. I was about to say for week 18, but shit, we're damn near at the Super Bowl now. Finale. Um, I want to start out by saying, sincerely, I apologize. My deepest apologies for how long it took for this final kickback episode to take place. Um, Anybody that's been a part of the LouieTeeNetwork exclusives knows that this is not how I get down. My brain has just been scattered. I just revealed not too long ago that this whole entire last month and a half or so has been just brutal in terms of the holidays, coupled with us completing the process of buying our first home. Anybody that's gone through this process knows, especially for the first time, that the end of the process is just as brutal and excruciating as it gets. Everything is tedious, time consuming. It is a process that I was so annoyed with, and it took up so much of my time. And then the cleaning of the old house and getting out and getting into the new house, and it was a lot. I don't want to make excuses because there's still no reason for this video to have been this delayed. Um, I should have made this a priority, but as I've always told you in the past, if something was going to be scrapped, it'd be this, because not that it's not a priority, but it's lower down on the totem pole. But when you get to the end and there's money involved, it needs to be a priority. And so I sincerely apologize for my tardiness here. I know if I were in your shoes, I would have been losing it. And the fact that you guys have been so patient with me, I can't even begin to express my gratitude for all of you who have just been patient with this process, and been patient with me, because um, if I was this close to winning, almost $1,800, and I'm just sitting here waiting in limbo, I would want to know what the hell's going on. And you guys have been, again, extremely patient with me. So big shout outs to all of you. Big shout outs to everyone that participated this year. This has been a fun experience, as it always is. And shout out to all the winners. We're going to get to a few more of them here in a second. But you guys made another year of the LTN exclusives exactly that, exclusive and outstanding. And none of this exists without you. So once again, thank you so much for you guys signing up and getting to the finish line. One of the most underrated parts of this is dragging your ass across the finish line. Do you know how many people start out with these LTN exclusives, whether it's the survivor pool, which, look, you're probably going to get knocked off in that anyway. It doesn't matter whether you put your picks in or not, but most people put their picks in for the survivor pool. But from week 1 to week 18, you know how many people we start out with in the winners and losers league, and how many people fall by the wayside after forgetting to turn their picks in 1 week, or getting the piss cup, or feeling like they're too far behind to catch up, and they just stop submitting picks. It happens every year. I see it every year. I see people who vow the next year, I'm going to make sure I make it to the end, and they still don't make it to the end. It is a very long and grueling process from 1 to 18. And for everyone that made it to the finish line, I salute you, because life be lifing, as you just saw with me. It's a great example of life be lifing sometimes. And the last thing you're thinking about is submitting picks in, a league to make sure that you don't fall behind. That sometimes when life starts life, and things like that become trivial. So for those of you who, made this a priority, or just kept it on your calendar, whether you had to set a reminder on your phone every week to remind you to submit your picks, shout out to everybody who made it to the finish line, because again, it's not the easiest thing to do. And every year people fall by the wayside. So big shout out to everyone who was able to make it to the finish line. With that said, I'm not going to talk your head off because, again, I've taken long enough to disperse money. So, without any further ado, let's get to the dispersing of some money, shall we? Let's do it. So, let's start here with um, the weekly pick'em pool. And so we haven't had a kickback session since week 15. So I owe money for the weekly pick'em pool from as far back as week 16. So yeah, I've been negligent, man. Again, life was life, and I got hit with the life stick, and I was down for a little while, but I'm back up again. So Billy Bronco, shout out to my guy Billy Bronco. I owe him $45. He was the winner in week 16. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this live right now so that I don't forget, or so that I don't have this hanging over my head after I get off this stream. I want all monies to be paid to everyone who money is owed to. So let me send you your money right now for week number 16. So let's see. We're gonna pay our guy Billy Bronco $45 for winning week 16 weekly pick'em pool. Congrats. All right. Congrats, my guy. So that money has been sent to you. All right. And again, my deepest apologies for the delay in that. Should have been done a lot sooner. All right. Next up, in week 17, Ricky D. Hustle won the pick'em pool for $35. So let's get to Ricky D. Hustle and send him $35. See, we gotta see if we can find Ricky D. Hustle first. Because I think Ricky D was one of the people that might have paid up early in the season for the rest of the year. So he is way, way down the food chain. I'm gonna track him down though. Let's see. If I don't track him down this the way, then I'm gonna go to the other way and track him down. So we're gonna go to here, and we're gonna have to track Ricky D down this way. Y'all bear with me, this could take a while. Grab a Snickers. Let's see here. Now I know Ricky D has won the weekly pick'em pool this season. So he shouldn't be but so far down the list. Let's see. Let's see. Ricky D. Hustle. And I really need to find this because we got some more money to send Ricky D. Hustle. So definitely, here it is right here. He won in week 8. So, oh man, I did not mean to do that. All right. And I just need to double check to make sure this is the right person. See. Yeah, he paid up from weeks 5 to 18 in the weekly pick'em pool. He won week 5 and he won in week 8. Shit, you actually did some damage this year, Ricky. All right. So Let me go ahead and pay you for the week 17 victory. Winning week 17 weekly pick'em pool. Congrats to my guy Ricky D for that. All right, so sent Ricky D that, and then now we're current, and we are here with our guy, my guy S Pando. Sam Pando was the winner in week number 18. As you can see, you get down to the final week of the season, and everybody's checked out, so not as many people were playing. But shout out to Sam Pando for getting it done. Finding a way. I think he had 5 losses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 losses. In a week, week 18 is always helter skelter, always hectic. Because you don't know who's playing, you don't know what's going on. You get upsets like Cleveland beating Cincinnati. The Giants ended up beating the Cowboys, the Commanders beat the Eagles. You just don't know what's going to happen in week 18. So, those are some murky waters to have to navigate. He was able to do that successfully with 6 losses. Everybody else had either 7 or 8. So shout out to Sam Pando. Owe you $25 for winning in week 18. So let me send you your $25 right now. So let me get to my guy, Sam Pando. Here he is for winning week 18 weekly pick'em pool. Congrats. All right, my guy. Sent that to Sam Pando. All right. So all of the weekly pick'em pools have been paid off. Congratulations to everyone who won this season. I got hot late. I'm disappointed that I didn't win the final 3 of the season because I had won like 3 straight from weeks. I think it was 13 to 15. I won every week, and I thought I was going to win the rest of the season. I was talking shit. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be shocked if I don't win the rest of the year, win the rest of these. And of course, as soon as I started running my mouth, I didn't win again, right? But that's the nature of the beast. So shout out to everybody who did get it done this year. I still think I won the most times, though. I think I won 4 times this year. If not 4, definitely 3, because I won 3 in a row. And I had won once early in the season. So I think I won 4 times. Nobody else got to 4. So I do feel good about that. Look, I'm leaving here with something, as a wise man once said. I'm leaving here with something. So we move on to the big one, the winners and losers league. And before we do that, let's go back to week 16 real quick. And let's take a look at something. We're not going to go through the records or anything. Just want to shout out some performers and also hand out some piss cups. Let's take inventory of who has the piss cup. You can't get away here, right? I'm not going to put as much sauce on it today, right? Because we're so far removed. But piss is piss, right? Like we can't acknowledge the plight of some of these participants. We have to acknowledge when you were at your worst, right? Because we always acknowledge when you're at your best. So we got to acknowledge when you're at your worst. So week 16, let's see if Mino will be joined by anyone with the piss cup, or is it just Mino by himself? Oh no, it's like we have company. Twins or Twin Lakes dad and Skins Win. I think Skins Win might have gotten chased away with this week 16 piss cup. I think he stopped sending picks in after this one. All right. So I think those, and then a big shout out to Mr. Bear down in week 16. I think he had 1 loss. That's it. 1 loss. That's the closest anybody came the entire year. to having an undefeated week. And the beauty of this one in week 16 was that we had all 16 teams on the slate. I mean, all 16 games, rather. All 32 teams on the slate, all 16 games as a part of the slate. So had he won, theoretically speaking, he would have been the first to ever go 16-0 in winners and losers. We've had undefeated. We had a multitude of people go undefeated last year. I was handing out money left and right. But none of those were in weeks when all 16 games were on the slate. There were usually 13 or 14 games when people did that. No one has ever gone 16-0 in any given week in the National Football League. Mr. Bear Down almost achieved that feat, going 15-1 in week 16. So shout out to Mr. Bear Down for being our primetime prognosticator in week number 16. Going on to week 17. Ooh, we got some dark piss here. So we got some Piss Cup Ultras going on here. Yikes. Sheesh. Looks like Mino doubled up. So let's get the week 17 culprits written down. Yikes. These are Ultras. So let me make sure I write down Ultra here. Ultra. So we got Sunday. Ouch. We got Dallas Morgan. And we have Mino again, who just decided he was going to sit at the bar and sip piss for the rest of the season, I guess. Yikes. All right. And this is Piss Cup Ultra territory we're in. Sheesh. Week 17 was rough, though. It was rough. And now we get to present day, or the final week of the season, week 18. And let's go ahead and jot down all the names here. I don't think there are very many. Cody. Is that Piss Cup Ultra territory? It looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he saved y'all too. And 10. Yeah, I think he saved y'all. Cody did. Because I think there were like 9 or 10 of you who had 9 losses. And Cody decided, nah, I got it. I'm going to take this for the team. I'm going to take one for the team. Y'all good. I'm going to let y'all off the hook. Y'all get out of here, man. Scram before I change my mind. I think he took the lump for everybody, and Just Vaughn did as well. Let me make sure that that's a 10 piece for Just Vaughn as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, Just Vaughn and Cody did y'all a huge solid and let everybody else off the hook, because there were a ton of y'all with 9. This is Ultra again. Ultra. So big shout out to Angie M. She was outstanding. Like I talked about, week 18 is total pure chaos. And for her to be intermingled in that chaos and come out 13-3, that is a hell of a job, to be honest with you. It's one of the better week 18 performances I've seen. I dare someone to go undefeated in week 18. It's damn near impossible, because you just don't know who's going to show up, which teams have already packed it in. You just have no idea what's going to take place in week 18, except for the games that have something on the line. And even those, you don't know what's going to happen in those games. So shout out to Angie M for being the PTPer of week 18, primetime prognosticator, going 13-3 for Angie M. Now, to the good stuff. Let's get to third place first. And a guy that I'm super proud of. Super proud of Mike Jink, man. When Mike Jink first got in the game, probably like 2 years ago, I think this was his 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken. I might be shortchanging him a year or so, but it feels like he's been around for about 3 or 4 years now. He was basic, man. You know, he wasn't putting up no numbers. He wasn't putting up no stats. You know, he wasn't a guy that I was concerned about at all. And now he's looking down at me like a peon. I got to get on his level. And I remember the days of him just trying to beat his then fiance, I'm assuming now wife. Now, I mean, this man was in third place. He was within earshot of first place and all of the money. Next time he's going after all the money. Next time he's going after all the money. And I gotta say, that's a hell of a turnaround. I honestly, him and Ricky D Hustle. Like, I'll never look at Ricky D Hustle the same. Like, Ricky D, when he made picks, was a chump for me. Like, one week Ricky D could go 15-1, and then I would just know that the next week he would go, 8-8, or he'd go 7-9, because Ricky D didn't give a shit. He's gonna make picks. He was gonna go out on a limb, and to see Ricky D do what he did this year, to see Mike Jink take that next step, pretty impressive. It's a constant reminder to me that I got to get my shit together, man. I got to get my shit together. I got to get my weight up. I've fallen off significantly. I don't even recognize the man that I see in the mirror anymore. I got to tighten up, man. I got guys like Mike Jink telling me before the season, hey, I'm going to beat you, Lou. And then him actually putting action to those words. That hurts my soul. It's a soul crusher when somebody looks you in your eyes and says, hey, man, I'm finna smoke you like a mother effing pack of cools this year. What you gonna do about it? And I'm like, man, he ain't talking to me. He can't be. I'm looking around like, who he talking? He ain't talking to me. He gotta be talking to Tiff Shiesty or somebody else. He ain't talking to me. No, he was talking to you. And then he went and did it. Shout out to Mike Jink, man. I'm motivated, man. You just motivated me. All right. You got a tie for second place, and this was a very competitive year, man. I was proud of the way that everyone hung in there and remained competitive, because I'm gonna be honest, Ricky tried to run away. He tried to run away a couple of times, and y'all reeled him back in. Kevin and PRF was there the entire time, and he had a couple weeks there. They were right in that week 14 to 16 range where he fell off the wagon, and I was like, no, Kev, no. And those were the weeks that got him, right? It was just a couple of weeks. It was only like 2 weeks, but he had 8 losses that week, and Ricky only had 5. And then he had another week where he had 7 and Ricky only had 4. And you're like, shit, he can't come back from that, not this late in the game. And he gave it the old college try, but Kevin the PRF finishes with an excellent record of 181, 90, and 1 on the season, tied for second place with Bronco Kid, who came off the pace late, did some extraordinary work over the final month of the season to put himself in this position. He was really good all year long. I don't want to make it seem like he wasn't consistently good, but really got hot late, just too little, too late, but did make his way all the way to second place, finishing with that same mark of 181, 90, and 1. And again, let me get the percentage for that. I always tell you, anything above 63% is you did well, right? But 70% is an elite group. Let's see where second place finished this year. So 181 out of 272. 66%. So 60, let's call it, we'll round it up, 66.5. We'll round it up to 67%. That's a really good season. It's a really good season. Not elite, but it's a really good season. Let's go to third place real quick and see what his percentage was. So he finished, Mike Jink finished 1 game back of second place at 180, 91 and 1. And that equates to 66% roughly. So just 1 percentage point behind second place. And then obviously we see the winner here, Ricky D Hustle. Big shout out to Ricky D Hustle, man. Again, I'm shocked. This is probably the most shocking. Let me give it up for him. One more time. Y'all give it up one more time for Mr. Ricky D. Hustle. Yeah. Shout out to Ricky D. Hustle, man. This is probably the most surprising victory I've ever seen. I would have bet the entire pot here, the 1,700 and whatever dollars, that Ricky D wasn't going to win before this thing started. And there was no way you could have convinced me. And I'm not trying to make it seem like Ricky D. Hustle was the worst participant, but he was a guy that he was irrelevant. Just keep it a buck. Like, again, the level of inconsistency that existed with Ricky D. Hustle, and he's been doing this for a while. Ricky been playing in winners and losers every year for the last 6, 7, maybe 8 years. Like, I've seen Ricky. I know Ricky. And this is not Ricky. Not the one I knew, at least. I kept waiting, and I kept saying this. I kept waiting for Ricky to fall off, for that week to come where Ricky lost 11 games, and I go, okay, now he's coming back down to earth. It never happened. And I kept waiting. It's the same thing I did with Rella last year. And I didn't know Rella. I just knew she guessing, bro. She don't know what's going on. She eventually, the magic pixie dust runs out. And it never did for her last year. Same thing for Ricky. Ricky was making some really ballsy picks. And normally, those ballsy picks, it's ballsy when it works. It's stupid when it doesn't. Usually, this shit don't work for him. And this is why I got to commend Ricky D. Hustle. Because despite his past failures, picking ballsy picks that nobody else is picking, he never stopped. He said, this is who I am. Either I'm going to win doing it my way, or I'm going to lose doing it my way. He is literally the Dan Campbell of winners and losers. He went for it on 4th down every time. And whether he won or he lost, he was going for it on 4th down. And he didn't give a shit what anybody thought about it. This man was up in this pool. He was picking the Commanders almost every week. Not one of these people, I'm going to pick my team no matter what. He wasn't doing that. But he thought they could beat Denver, and they almost did. And he picked them. And I'm not giving him credit for picking the Commanders throughout the season. I'm just telling you, that's the type of time he was on. The Commanders were in the midst of a nasty losing streak. They were getting their brains bashed in, and he had the foresight to say, I think they can win this week. He hadn't picked them the previous weeks when they lost to Detroit and when they lost to Kansas City. He wasn't picking them then. But he said, I think they can beat Denver. And they almost did. And that's what he was doing. And yeah, he got a loss for that. But it was because he was willing to do that. When he did it for other games, and it came to fruition, that's what won him the pool this year. And I just kept waiting for him to do that enough times to where it was going to come back and bite him in the ass. And it just never did. It actually strengthened his hold on first place. Shout out to Ricky D. Hustle, man. He was spectacular this season. I've got nothing but the utmost respect for what he was able to accomplish. And I'm in total awe of Ricky D. Hustle and what he was able to do this year. This is the biggest upset. This is the equivalent of a 7 seed in the NBA playoffs winning the championship. Not an 8 seed. He wasn't that bad. A 6 seed. This is the equivalent of a 6 seed winning and advancing and winning the entire NBA championship. I won't say never happen. I almost want to say it'll never happen. A 6 seed will never win an NBA championship. 184. He won by 3 games. 184 gets you to 67%. 68, we'll round it up at 67.6%, round it up to 68%. So he was hovering right around that 70% mark, which is elite, we saw that obtained last year by multiple participants. but it was good enough to be a winner chicken dinner. And so let's go up to the amount now. $1,775 coming to Ricky D Hustle. So let's get this man his bread. What a victory. Hey, let me tell y'all a funny story. So Ricky D hit me up right after week 18. And I hadn't looked at the sheet yet. Matter of fact, I'll save that story for the other side. Congratulations to Ricky D Hustle. I'm about to send your money right now. I'm going to do this. While I'm doing this, though, we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to get a word from one of our sponsors. Come back on the other side. I'm going to tell you this story. And then we're going to get out of here. I don't think we have any super chats. So we'll get out of here. All right. Blat out. Let's go ahead and get to our sponsor. Come back on the other side. Sleeper. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on games in real time with other users, get the fastest scores, blazing fast news and alerts right at your fingertips, play in fantasy leagues, and win real money on pick contests. So enjoy sports the way they were meant to, together. Download the #1 sports app today. Predict the hottest football stats like passing yards, receiving yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and much more to cash in on your daily fantasy football skills. Use promo code LTN and Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. Sleeper. All right. So that money has been sent to my guy, Ricky D Hustle. All right. And you should be receiving that ASAPual. So all monies has been paid out. Quick story about Ricky D. He hit me up right after week 18 had met its conclusion. And he thought he had blown it. He's like, yo, I think I got the piss cup. Speaking of the piss cup, let's go ahead and serve those up while I'm talking to y'all. First and foremost, I'm tripping. That's how long it's been that I haven't even dispersed piss cups and I'm out here running my mouth. They could be drinking while we talking, right? So week 16, we had Mino, Twin Lakes Dad, and Skins win. You guys come up. You guys have piss cup, regular piss cups. So I don't want to confuse you with the ultras that we have to give out. So let me give you guys your cups. You can go ahead and start knocking those back. And then let's get to these piss cup ultras that we have to disperse. 5 of those. 3 from week 17. Sunday, Dallas Morgan, and Mino again. Damn, Mino. So you you double fisting, man. All right. My advice, knock back the piss cup ultra first. And the regular piss cup should be a lot easier to deal with. Or you could just take 2 straws, put 1 in each, and just drink them at the same time. I wouldn't advise that unless you want to vomit. But hey, to each its own. You handle it however you want to handle it. But Sunday, Dallas Morgan, and Mino, ultra. Come get these piss cup ultras from week 17. And then week 18, y'all should be giving a standing ovie. Because it's about 9, 10 of y'all that would have been on this list getting this piss cup if not for Cody, who's done it again. And of course, Just Vaughn, who bailed y'all out with a piss cup ultra performance on the way out. So y'all should be thanking them because there's a number of y'all who had 9 losses in week number 18 and would have been right here on this ledger getting this piss cup. And instead, you watching everybody else sip from the cuppeth of piss. So Just Vaughn, Cody, you are the sacrificial lambs in week 18. Come get this ultra. Here you go. All right. Y'all have at it. I'm gonna let y'all knock those back while I run my mouth a little bit. So back to the Ricky D hustle story. All right. So Ricky D hit me up right around, I would say right before Sunday night, either before Sunday Night Football or right after it. I think it was right after Sunday Night Football because that's when it had met its conclusion. And he was like, man, I blew it. I think I got piss cup. I know I lost the money. I had it for the whole season though, but I knew I blew it. And I hadn't looked at the sheets yet. My head was spinning at that point of the season. I was hanging on by a damn thread at that point. I hadn't even looked at the sheet to see how bad the damage was. And so he made me think he messed around and then lost 12 or 13 games and really gave somebody a shot. He was so like, he was out of it. He thought he had really lost. So I maybe 2-3 days later, I finally sit down and look at the sheet to see how bad it was because he made me think he lost. If you're talking Piss Cup Ultra, you lost double-digit games. So he had me thinking, oh shit, he might have lost 12 or 13 games. He really might have pissed this shit away for real. When I sit down and I look at the sheet, and I think the man lost like 8 games or something. I'm like, what was he talking about, man? This is normal standard operating procedure for week 18. Nobody is going, Angie M went 13-3. Nobody else is going 13-3 in week 18, bro. You're safe. Everybody else lost 7, 8, 9 games just like you did. So, sure enough, I sit down, I get to the wins and losses, and all the guys that were within striking distance, they all had right in that same general vicinity, 6, 7, 8 losses, something to that effect. So he was good. And, I didn't say anything to him, but had he lost, I wouldn't have had the heart to tell him, yeah, you blew it until, I sat down and did the kickback session. So I wasn't going to, go and tell him, you're good. But it was a funny story because he really thought he had lost. He really thought he had blown it. But no, you didn't blow it. You got this cash that you can blow now, almost $1,800. To the victors go the spoils. Shout out to Ricky D Hustle for being the last man standing, outlasting over 60 participants and being crowned this year's winners and losers champion for the 2025-2026 campaign. So let's get to the comment section real quick. I got one comment here from my guy Mike Jink, and then we will check on these piss cuppies, and then we will bounce. Mike Jink, been a member for 39 months. Salute. Who writes, yeah, he says, LOL, yeah, this was year 3 for me, man. I felt like it was year 3. I'm pretty good with numbers and recalling how long people have participated because this is a tight-knit group, and so I usually am able to remember how long people have been, doing this for. And I remember when you first jumped in the fray, and I was like, okay, I mean, he decent, but he ain't nobody that I got to worry about. He ain't on the radar. And boy, did that turn quickly. Now you looking down at me and I'm looking up at you, and I got to figure out how to climb up the mountain. So respect to you, Mike Jink. You got it done this year in terms of finishing in the top 3. There are no moral victories, right? You either won or you lose like the rest of us, but finishing in the top 3, there is a sort of badge of honor, if you will, because look, next year, it's the equivalent of getting to the championship game, finishing second or third. If you finish second, you got to the Super Bowl. You finish third, you got to the championship game. You feel like, all right, a tweak here, tweak there next year. I could be right back there, and this time I'm going to find a way to get it done. So you've given me something to have to, work towards, because I got to get my life together, man. Too many people beat me that have no business beating me. Now I have to respect you. Now I got to look at what Mike Jink is doing and understand that, hey, man, Hey, Mike Jink went 13-3 in week 1, and I went 10-6. I'm already behind. I got work to do, right? Now you on that short list of dudes that I'm like, hey, if I'm in that person's vicinity, I'm good because I know he's somewhere near the top. You one of the pace cards now. So respect is not given, it is earned. You've earned my respect. Now I got to turn it up. I got to turn it up. DeAndre, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy, DeAndre, writes, what up, Lou? What's up? He says, this is Ricky D. Hustle. I know who you are. What up? He says, I thank you for the shout out, and I'm going to send you 100 each for the second and 50 for the third place. Thank you to the other participants. Oh, wow. Did y'all hear that gesture? All right. So Ricky D. Hustle just sent $100 for the second place participants and $50 for third place. So let me track down these guys and get you your money right now. What a gesture by Ricky D. Hustle, man. We gotta give him another round of applause, man. Let's get this man another. One more time. One more time. Look at Ricky D. Hustle, man. The man of the people, Ricky D. Hustle. Out here blessing folks for falling short. All right, so Kevin the PRF, Mike Jink, and Bronco Kid. I think, man, I got to go find some names now. Let's see. Let me track down. See if I can track them down. Y'all lucky. Y'all Piss Cup recipients are lucky. He's giving y'all more time to knock y'all piss back. Y'all should be thanking him as well. Let's see if I can track these individuals down. If I can't, then I'll have to go into my archives to find out what you guys' names are and what app you use to pay the money throughout the season. I really want to say that Bronco Kid is on PayPal, but I think I could be confusing him with Bronco Billy. So I'm going to track it down, though. Now I'm a dog with a bone. I'm going to figure it out. Good thing is Bronco Kid plays in the... I feel like he does. I might be confusing him with Bronco Billy. Feel like he plays in the weekly pick'em pool, but I'm probably confusing him with Bronco Billy. I am. All right. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just cheat code. I'm gonna just go to the inventory files and find out. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to rack my brain. Let's see. All right, let's see if we can find the names. All right. I feel like this is Bronco Billy. Yes, that's Bronco Billy. So that's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. All right. See, let's keep going. Let's see. Don't make me go the long route. This is when I gotta really tap into my memory bank to see if I can recognize emails. If not, then I gotta take the long route. The long scenic route. All right. So oh, you know what? Duh, I found an even easier way. I'm taking the super long route, which is so unnecessary. All I have to do is go into this winners and losers, and it's going to have everything I need right here. All right, let's see. Bronco Kid. Wow. All right. Got you. Now let me match it up with this. And then we in there like swimwear. Let's see if we can find it. Hopefully you ain't give me the okie doke and use a different email. That's the right email though. I recognize it. Now it's all about just finding it. There it is. Bam. And he is CashApp. All right. Let's track him down. Let's see. Go. Found him. Voila. All right, so let's get him his money. All right. All right. All right. So Elijah gets $100 for second place, courtesy of Ricky D. Hustle. What a gesture. What a gesture. $100. All right, so sent Bronco Kid his. Next up, Kevin the PRF. Let's track him down. Let's see. Kevin the PRF. Here we go. All right. Let's track him down now. And get him his money. Here we go. And he's on Cash App as well. Okay, let's look him up. All right. So all right. Kev, I know you out there. Do me a favor right now and drop your cash tag in the comment section right now, Kevin the PRF. Drop your cash tag so I can just send you the money right now. I'm staring at the comment section right now. Big shout out to Ricky D. Hustle again, man. What a hell of a gesture by our guy. One more time for Ricky D. And then while Kevin the PRF is dropping his cash tag in the comment section of this video, I will then try to locate the final winner. My guy. Oh, Mike Jink, you out there too. Drop your cash tag in here because I think you a Cash Apper as well. Drop the drop your cash tag in the comment section of the video in this live chat real quick. So Kevin the PRF and Mike Jink, drop your cash tags in the comment section of the live stream so that I can send you. Yeah, you did. You had Cash App up there. Now, if you want me to send it PayPal, I can. I can send it. I can send it via PayPal. All right. All right. How we coming over here with these piss cups? Skins win. He's such a veteran. He's basically done. All right, but you do got a corner in there. Go ahead and knock that back. Twin Lakes dad. Where you at? That's about 2 gulps. 2 big gulps. Yeah, come on, man. You got it. You got it. You got it. Mino. Okay, so you did it one at a time. All right, so you done with the light. So you decided to go with the regular piss cup first. To each its own. With an ultra at. Okay, you working on it. You working on it. Dallas Morgan. Ultra. Where your ultra at? Oh shit, you done. All right. You again, another person that's done this multiple times. He knows what's up. Sunday. Oh, you babysitting, bro. Come on now. You killing me, Smalls. Come on, guy. I know you ain't used to this. You ain't used to the piss cup. This ain't what you do, but you went ultra, bro. You went ultra. That's on you. That I can't do nothing about that. You decided to go ultra. It's a little bit stronger. I get it. But need you to go ahead and take care of that, though. Cody. Ultra. All right. Making progress. Need you to speed it up, though. Just fine. Just fine. Good job. All right. So we just waiting on Skins. Okay, Skins wins done now. He knocked that back. Twins late. Good job. All right. You had a couple gulps. Mino knocked back so we done with week 16 now. Mino's working on his ultra. Sunday got some work to do. Dallas already gave me his cup from week 17. So we still got Mino and Sunday from week 17 and Cody from week 18. So we got 3 cups, 3 piss cup ultras still out there. All right. Let's see. All right. See if we can find Mike Jink. He might not be in the chat no more. Let me go to my let me Mike Jink would be 50. See if I can locate him. My guess is no. I'm not going to find him. Matter of fact, let me just see if I can track him down this way. Mike Jink. All right, let's see. Because I might be barking up the wrong tree here. And fighting a losing battle. So let's see. See what that one entails. There we go. Let's see what he is. Yeah. CashApp. So it is CashApp for him as well. So let's see if I can track down Mike Jink. Nope. Not in there. Let's see. Yeah, no. So what I'm gonna have to do is go back, way back into time. See if I could track down when he sent his money to pay for his winners and losers and get them that way. All right, let's see. All right. There we go. We about to track them down right now. Here we go. Found him. Blakaka. All right. For second place or third place, finish courtesy of, let me make sure I put this in all caps so he know this was Ricky D's doing. Ricky D Hustle. All right. $50. All right. Bless him. And then we just got one left. All right. So let's see if we can locate you. All right. All right. Now let's find you. Added the money. Loaded it up. All right. Now we got to track you down. All right. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to send me your name or your email on email on X. I'm staring at it, but you ain't tell me nothing. I don't need the date. You sending me down a rabbit hole. Just give me the information I need. You making it harder than it need to be, Kevin, the PRF. Just give me the information I need so I can get you your money. Give me the information I need. All right. So all right. I got you. Yeah. Okay. I should be able to track you down. I should be able to track you down now. All right. All right. Ricky D put me on, he gave me some extra work. But the deed is done. Everybody has gotten their money. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Ricky D Hustle, man. That's a real, as Bronco Kid said, that's a real class act. Class act, work that body, work that body. It's a real class act, man. All right, so we had 3 outstanding piss cups. Ultras, 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 ultras. Sunday. You got a little swallow there left. Go ahead and take care of that. Cody. That's done it again. All done. Good job. And Mino. I already knew you was going to have it taken care of. Boy, I feel for you. I feel for you. You're going to have a tummy ache. And Sunday's now done. And that completes the 2025-2026 winners and losers weekly pick 'em pool, Soul Survivor. Collectively, they make up the LTN Exclusives. It's been a fantastic year. Once again, I apologize for the tardiness of this video. Life was lifing, but as usual, you guys were awesome, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support. And I look forward to doing this again next year. Ricky D, I owe you a championship strap. So eventually I will be requesting, or you can just send it to me now, an address to where you want the championship strap sent to you. I owe you a championship strap for winning the money and the championship belt. So send me your address or wherever, P.O. Box, wherever you want the belt sent. If you don't want the belt, let me know and you don't have to worry about it. But if you want the championship strap, you earned it, let me know so I can get that to you. In any event, that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on the Kickback finale. It's been an awesome ride. It's been a hell of a season. We've got one game left, the Super Bowl. Looking forward to seeing what happens there. But you guys have made this a special year, and I can't thank you guys enough. So with that said, I am going to depart, let you guys get back to whatever it was you were doing before I rudely interrupted you. And I look forward to chopping it up with you guys the next time. Until then, I'm your man, Louie T, signing off. Hey, yo. Y'all take care. God bless. And good night. Peace. Congrats.